Hello and welcome back to the Colosseum podcast. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to talk about Greek myths, talking about stories and what the true meaning behind them are or was.
In our opinion, because we've got no clue.
Okay. With me today to discuss and talk about Greek myths are my co-hosts Jack.
Hello there.
And Harry.
General Kenobi. That sounded like Darth Maul. Or what?
And special guest Sam.
Hi. They had cool intros, like General Kenobi. There's nothing to.
Yeah, man.
I can't do a Grievous.
What do I say?
What happened after he said General Kenobi?
It's like
yes, the negotiator.
General.
No, that's not the same thing.
No, you're wrong.
well, no, because he jumps down.
He goes General Kenobi,
Yeah, it's no. That's closer than what I did.
and then it's like
I did like a Darth Maul.
what does he say after? What does he say? Or Shrek?
Darth Maul.
Hello there.
This is a good start. This is
It's
a
a
good
great start. I think it's
So
the best
my personal favourite Greek god is actually Shrek.
Didn't he fly?
The birthplace of.
Right, so we should probably.
What?
I don't know. I literally know nothing about Greek myths.
hello there.
We should probably
Okay, let's
start
actually
this
start.
by saying that we brought Sam in because
He knows stuff.
us three we don't really know much anything. Harry doesn't really know anything. George doesn't really know anything. I've read a bit of Stephen Fry's books, so that's all I got.
And I own one of Stephen Fry's books.
Harry owns one of
And I
Stephen
own
Fry's
you,
books.
who owns
but
Stephen
Sam
Fry's
is Sam is quite knowledgeable.
Yeah,
right?
I'm an expert. I've actually got a degree in research.
Just research. Just research.
PhD in research.
Yeah, I just
What
research.
kind of research? Just research.
Just research.
Doctorate in research.
Right,
Yeah.
George.
Oh,
Hit it.
yeah, I forgot I'm the host. Yes. So,
Moron.
I literally know nothing about Greek mythology. I read one story about Eros and Psyche, the thing about love, because I'm a sappy weirdo.
Well, Eros was.
He's the kind of person that likes
Jack
rom-coms.
Love. No.
He's the kind of
I
person.
don't know.
Actually, rom-coms aren't half bad.
He's the kind of person that sits alone at night.
Love Actually is one of my favourite films.
That's a good film.
I don't-
Although, I'm not gonna lie, you know the
watch
guy,
that.
what's his name, who did Martin Freeman? Is
Yeah,
it
Martin
Freeman?
Freeman.
Yeah. I thought that was very funny. You know the bit where they did the porno scene?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
That was very
I
funny.
can't remember Love.
It was
Actually.
it was a stand-in, wasn't it?
What?
It was probably. I don't know.
It was for like a film,
Yeah.
not for porn.
No, Love Actually is not a porn film.
How's this
No,
happened
like
then?
when they were
don't know,
like
Mike.
doing
I
the
said-
naked acting.
Yeah.
We're
That
Just
was
about
just
5
that was,
minutes
I
in.
thought that was
filming
talking
for a
about-
scene
No,
in a
we're
film. It wasn't a
talking
porno
about-
they
Yeah,
were filming.
explicit.
Boys,
It was just a
Right,
film.
guys.
boys, you're the moderator, and you're meant to be taking us.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but Love Actually transcends all.
Okay, so
all gods.
Yeah,
It's a
All
Christmas
mortals.
film as well.
yeah,
Can we watch it at
yeah.
Christmas?
It's like my
Okay, so how
favourite
about we
Christmas- Other
start-
than It's a Wonderful Life, it's my favourite Christmas song.
You know, what's your favourite Christmas song?
Favourite Christmas
Because
song.
mine is, what's the guy with the weird
is
Santa and he
coming
gets
out
the
in
kids to
December,
sing
so-
and forgot what it's called, the massive
nothing.
band.
Oh,
I Wish Christmas Every Day or something like that.
yeah. Is it like the Wizards or
I
something?
Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day.
Yeah,
that's a
good
great song.
boys,
I like Fairy Tale in New York. Because it's
that's
just
a
it's
classic.
We'll
quite
get caught
pessimistic
Oh,
and I
that's a
vibe with
classic.
that.
My
Boys.
angelic
It
voice.
feels
boys.
Okay, right. Let's get back to Greek. Do you guys know a lot about Greek mythology?
No,
No.
but not really.
Yes.
Well, there's a
I
lot.
have a
There's a
degree.
lot.
Well, you have a PhD in research.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Can I ask where you got that qualification?
The College of.
Research.
I don't think
College of Research.
Yeah.
I think you may have a fraud on
Okay, so-
colleges do PhDs.
Do colleges do research based? Do anyone
Well,
do research?
No.
Is there a college of research? Probably not.
Right,
College of
we
Research.
need to stop waffling.
Yes, okay. Do you guys have any...
Well, I
Fun,
think
cool
okay. I'll
stories.
start off with a story because there's not really much point to this episode. It's kind of more of a fun thing. And we thought we would just talk about some of the Greek myths we've read about, and then maybe discuss what they mean. Because a lot of myths, whether it be Greek, Christian, like Islamic, all these kind of things, they're all kind of intrinsically the same, but have different, different mediums of telling the same story. So you get the gods, or you get Jesus and stuff like that, or you get Cain and Abel, and you get all these different.
Jesus, say hello.
So you get all these different stories. But I think what sets I think Greek story is like, I don't know. Is there something a bit more like? It's just a bit out there.
I think
it's,
the
it's just,
thing is because like gods in modern religions, they kind of make the gods kind of
everything.
they like perfect and the ideal, like everything.
Yeah.
But the gods here, they're like, quite immoral and they do quite.
Yeah, it's a lot of. They're imperfect. I think that adds to it a lot.
It's kind of they're
is
not
that-
They
people
feel
to
a bit
be
more-
admired. Or,
Yeah.
well,
Well, they
gods
are,
to
but
be
like
admired. Well, they're to be like respected more so. They're not like.
I have a question. For Sam, who has a PhD in research.
Yes.
Do all mythological stories have a meaning behind them, or are they just tales?
I think. Well, it kind of depends. I mean, it's just kind of take from it what you want. Like some of them,
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Some
That's a
stories
great one.
you can learn from. Like if you think about a lot of stories from Zeus, where his sin is often lust because he has sex with a lot of.
like
Yeah,
George,
he was
like
top shagger.
George. Top Shaggo George.
Mate, you have no
They
idea.
line up for him around the corner. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a Star Wars opening night.
Outside of the garage right now, there's,
What,
there's
little
a
nerdy
mile
children
long line.
lining
Oh,
up
no,
for
no,
me.
no. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What? Do you think loads of women are fleeing towards the Star Wars scene? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they are, yes.
Everyone wants to see Ben Swallow.
Ben Swallow is so hot. Anyway, mythology. So I was just wondering because I've read a couple. Not that I'm very knowledgeable on anything to do with mythology, but from the ones I have read, most of them have an actual meaning that most
fable.
I think
Well,
you can, I
a
think
coherent meaning that
They
most people
kind
take away
of.
from it.
It's kind of like the seven vices and virtues. like
Not
the
really,
seven
but
sins.
yeah.
Right. I don't actually remember what the virtues are, but you get like greed, gluttony, sloth, pride, wrath,
yeah.
I love
and
Like the film Seven
Lust,
with Morgan Freeman.
lust.
Morgan Freeman's so
Yeah,
bad.
That's
it's
such
like,
a good film.
Yeah, there's another one I can't remember, but yeah. So like the stories kind of often relate to these kind of sins. One story of Athena and Arachne. So Arachne was a human who challenged Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts, to I can't remember. It was just like a kind of crafts challenge.
1v1.
Just
Yeah.
moron.
Exactly.
It's just like that sword show.
Yeah. When they get like one of the judges to compete against the contestant, yeah. It's just like Forged in Fire.
Yeah. It's like Novak Djokovic playing against my mum at tennis. That kind of thing.
What?
Your mum is so good at tennis.
But why would you do that? If like a god, and then you're just some random.
Well, I don't really know,
better?
but I think the point is she was quite a bold woman.
Like she had no
and-
hair.
Yeah.
Bold, mate.
So she weaved different like stories and like the disrespected like the gods basically, and since Athena didn't like that because it was defying the gods, she hung Arachne.
Hanged.
It's hanged, yeah.
She hanged Arachne and turned her into a spider, which is where the term like arachnid comes
Okay.
from.
Ooh,
I was
really
thinking
cool.
that sounds a bit spidery.
Yeah, and
Is that why you get? That's why. Ah.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool. 'cause
That's
you
why
just
that's
kinda
quite
relate
fun.
Is that
to
why
it.
you're scared of spiders, Harry?
Yes. Wait, what?
Well, no, because women.
Harry's actually a goddess.
Yeah.
Oh my, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, so like you can
So
see like
yeah, so when
That's why I have boobs.
Bazongas.
No, I mean that's... Jesus Christ.
So yeah, when Athena turned Arachne into a spider, she still admired Arachne's work. So
What
Athena,
a sore loser.
yeah, so that's kind of where I think it was like pride is more like the sin of that story, or like
Oh, and
Yeah,
like,
so
it's
yeah,
jealousy.
okay,
So
I
the
see.
stories are
so
like,
then like weaving the stuff is that like
Yeah.
webs and
But Athena gave herself
Oh, wow.
arachnophobia because
That's huge,
she
man.
respected like her art. So yeah,
Okay. Well, yeah.
so like it's so myths are like kind. I can see where that's from because the myths I was reading last night. I was reading the kind of the Titans of Greece, which are like
Oh,
the predecessors
sorry.
to the
Stop.
gods.
That's why spiders can like weave nice things because
That's what I just said,
arachnid, I think. Is it? I
Yeah.
wasn't listening to you.
That's so hurtful. I'm
Oh, I
trying
don't-
to. I don't.
Anyway, so yeah, it's the same kind of thing. The stories reflect the sins and the virtues, and and each god is they're not perfect, so they have flaws, and that's completely different from
So it's like a way of teaching people ideas through a story.
or
Yeah, I
representing
guess so.
those ideas in stories maybe.
So,
But
like,
yes.
what would you like? What I'm going to be like really dumb here. What's
my
the
job.
actual meaning of a myth?
Well, there's not. Well, I don't know. Do myths?
Their myths are just kind of like stories,
What?
but
Yeah,
See,
because I
so
thought
there's-
myths was like a story that people thought could be. It's like a folk's tale, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like it could be real, but nobody knows if it is.
I thought
think-
that was like legends. Is that?
Well,
Well,
it's the
that's
same.
kind of the same.
See, so the myths, right?
Well, I
the way I think myths do have hidden meanings, or not necessarily hidden. They have meanings, and the reason we
Every
remember
story
them.
has a meaning.
Well, yeah, like
Winnie the Pooh.
like a kind of a moral.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these stories are still remembered today, unlike a lot of other stories in history, and that's why the Bible's still remembered today. Is because these stories resonate with people because they kind of represent the human
Human
nature
nature.
and like the flaws and the success of humans, and so that's why I think that's why the myths are still remembered today, and why people are fascinated by them and stuff like that. And the same with the Bible. So I think they do have a hidden. They're not just stories for the sake of stories,
Yeah, I think it's quite.
but they are quite adventurous in how they tell the stories.
yes,
I think.
yes.
Let's get into some. I want to
Yeah.
get.
So let's get to some.
Yeah, what is the best?
Teach me
Right.
some.
Well, I'll
myth.
go first because
I want to know what the best myth is, so I can
I
tell.
want.
I've got-
I want
so what, like,
spicy. I want
the
funky.
Odyssey? Or like
Sam's got
Iliad.
some because they're more epics, aren't they?
Well,
Like,
yeah, they're like
Homer
like heroic.
I've got.
So I've got some like myths. I'll do first, and then Sam can do it.
Okay.
Because I've
Hit me.
only got like one.
Okay. Then you get that over and done with, and then we'll go to the guy.
Yeah, so this is quite interesting.
You know,
PhD in research.
So I haven't really thought about the meaning behind these properly. I've just read them last
We
night.
will find that.
But so before, like, the Greeks have a kind of creation story, like the Bible does. But instead of having God made the sky and the earth and the sea, they have like gods that represent each thing. And it started off with like a very select few. I keep forgetting her name, but it's Gaia. Is was kind of like the primordial. I think that's what they call it, the primordials.
Wait, let me get
Before
my
before the
research
Titans,
out.
they're the primordials, and one of the it's Gaia, yeah.
Yeah, one
So-
of the primordial forces.
And so in the story, Gaia is like the Mother Earth, basically. That's what they call her. It's kind of like a Mother Nature kind of idea. So Gaia is in charge of like the earth and the trees and all that stuff, and then she gives birth, like kind of just divine gives, like with no like.
What? There's literally nothing you could possibly be laughing about.
Boys, we're trying to do a podcast.
I tried to hold it.
What?
Sam, let's just continue. These,
Just talked about Gaia.
these men do not appreciate Greek.
I just don't even know.
Anyway, so
pick that up.
So Gaia gave birth by herself to children. I can't remember the other child, but the main one in this story is Uranus or Uranus. And
Aphrodite's the other one, I think.
no, I don't think so. So Uranus is the son of Gaia, and that's where you get the planet Uranus. Is named after Uranus, the god. And then Uranus. This is when it gets a bit weird, Harry. So Uranus marries his mother, and then has children with her, and they give birth to 12 Titans.
Right.
Yes.
That doesn't
his
feel
mother gives birth
healthy.
to Uranus, and then Uranus marries his mother, and then gives birth to 12 Titans. Yes?
No, bad.
Yeah, so they gave birth to 12 Titans, and all these Titans are kind of like the pre-gods.
Okay.
Before the gods you get the Titans.
Yeah.
And they were like, each one had like different jobs, and 12 like healthy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so, but- Afterwards, they had more children. They had 3.
With his mother.
Yes.
Oh.
They had triplets of Cyclopses.
Well, that is easily explainable.
Which one eye? Yeah. So this is where you kind of get it now. And then they also had a triplets of these other monsters. I can't remember. It's a really hard name to pronounce, but basically they had like 100 heads and 500 hands each.
That
and they're just monsters.
also is easily explainable.
How could you walk around like that?
I don't know, but
Did he
Uranus.
crawl?
So Uranus was like, okay, this is just kind of weird.
Crawl.
I don't want to look at these people. I don't want to look at these children. They're kind of freaking me out. So he literally forced them back into her womb. The children with like 100 heads and 500 hands.
And she just like took
I
it.
don't think he's ever taken a sex ed class.
I don't think so. But they forced them back into the womb. So then they started crawling around inside her, and she was getting really like, annoyed.
Right,
Really?
I'm no
What?
I'm no
Why?
gynecologist, but I'm pretty
researcher.
sure
So she.
you can't just stick it back up.
Nah, you can try.
You can't just be like,
Oh,
no.
mate.
Optimism.
you tell that
if you're
to.
optimistic, you can
You
do
can
anything.
do whatever.
You tell that to the god of Uranus, right?
Right.
So he did this, and
And then what was he like? Oh,
And then-
why you being so crabby about
and then
it?
Gaia, who is his mother.
She's like, well, you've just stuck children up, maybe.
Oh yeah,
so then
Yeah.
Gaia, who is his mother.
Oh, you're gonna have to bleep that.
yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So then Gaia, who is his mother and his wife, was like, "Why are you? It's really hurting all these people in my stomach." And she was getting quite annoyed because she actually quite liked the Cyclops and the monsters. So she went to every single one of the Titans and was like, "Help me kill your father." And they're like, "No, no." They all said no until they got to Kronos, who was this like edgy emo kid.
He's like,
And
yeah.
he was like,
He's listening to like his My Chemical Romance. He's like, yeah.
yeah. He's like, "Help me kill your dad."
Screw you, Dad.
He's like, yeah, let me kill your dad. He's like, all right, Mom, I'll kill my dad. So
Nice accent. Nice.
the mother built him a scythe made out of this thing. I can't remember the name of the word, but it means like unbreakable in Greek. The scythe,
Atomus.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, atominium or something.
Because atom means like unsplittable, even though we can't split them. But,
Wrong.
Yeah, so
yeah, exactly.
they make the scythe out of this stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna wait on top of this hill for your dad to come to me, and then whilst we're doing it, you come out and slice him in half.
That's
So he was like,
so he's just like some father-son bonding time.
yeah, so it's like, okay. So as
And he's like, bleh,
he
dead.
comes up the hill, Kronos comes out with his scythe, and he goes forward,
Ooh,
and
die.
he slices off his man bits.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
Oh.
not in half.
and then he catches them before they hit the ground.
That's pretty cool.
And then he throws them like that,
Yeet.
yeets
Yeah.
them,
Like that, would you?
across the whole Greece into the ocean.
What?
Across the whole
Yes.
of Greece.
He threw a man's
The-
genitalia across the entirety of Greece.
yeah, threw him off this mountain, and the guy was like, "Why have you done this to me?"
Oh, yeah, why wouldn't you say
You'd
that?
be a bit.
And he started bleeding everywhere, and everything was going to.
Well, that's because he just had his dick cut off.
And it's
yeah,
like,
that
and
did
he
happen.
went to his son. He said he cursed him. He said, "Your kids are going to do the same to me as you've done to." As you've done to me, as the to him basically.
Yeah.
So his kids are
He's
going to.
not getting any father
The
of the
kids are
year
going to be
awards, is he?
his downfall, and he's like, "No, I don't like the sound of that." So then he buries his dad underground somewhere. He's still alive. This guy's still alive, and he buries him underground somewhere in like a cave.
Okay.
And then he starts ruling over the world, and the other Titans as like the king. So then he marries his sister.
Of course.
Rhea. We'll talk about the. So
That's like
I'll talk about this first. He threw the
inbred
genitalia
squared.
into the ocean, right? And then
the
blood and
ocean?
that started coming out like as it went over the sea. It started to like leak into the ocean,
Okay.
and then it started
So
to
an
froth.
oil spill, but with his dick blood.
That is disgusting.
It started.
That is actually disgusting.
It is weird. It started to froth up,
Oh!
and then out came Aphrodite,
Of course.
who is the
Of
god.
course.
No, who's the god of beauty.
Were they on drugs?
Probably.
What kind of hallucinogens did they
So-
have coming up with that?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
they took like opioids quite.
Yeah, no, definitely, 100%, 100%.
Did they have some funky mushrooms as well?
Funky
I think it was
mushrooms.
like leaves. Yeah.
Were they just like
so
super dehydrated as well? Like what the?
After Kronos killed his dad, he married his sister called Rhea.
Obviously,
Obviously, yeah. There's not many people to marry back then. It's like
Oh, okay.
that is the family.
yes. Oh, I guess it's all right.
So, so they had a child, and as they gave birth to the child,
He was like, this
No,
motherfucker's
it's like
gonna
Rhea-
cut off my dick.
Rhea held him in his hands, and Kronos was like, nah. So he picked him up and just ate him. Shut up. Picked up the child and straight like yelp.
Why did he just...
Yeah.
Wait, so...
No, because
Oh,
Kronos
it's my
was
beautiful baby boy. Home.
Yeah, no, Kronos was scared that
yeah, I know
all of
why.
his children were gonna kill him.
So he just ate
Would you
them.
not just
It's
like,
like-
kill it? Why do you have to like?
Or just not have kids.
Or just not have kids?
Yeah, and he did this.
Well, no, because gods can't.
And then Rhea was like, okay, maybe that's just like him in a weird like mood or something. So they did it again.
What?
Yes, just in a weird
So they had
mood.
another child,
Just
and then
eating
Kronos.
his own child.
You can kind of guess what happened. Kronos ate it again. So
So
one,
then
two-
she was like, "Wait a second.
yeah.
There's something
Well,
This
happening.
is a bit
Twice on a
suspicious."
Tuesday.
But we'll do it one more time. So 3. Maybe one
If
more
I
time.
had a
4.
nickel for every time that my husband my husband brother ate his newborn baby, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird
No,
that it happened twice.
So Kronos ended up eating 5 of his kids. And Rhea was getting a bit pissed at this point because she was like, "Why are you eating my children?"
She goes through all that effort. She's like, baby, oh yay," and he's just like, dinner time.
In order.
So then she was like, "Okay, we have to think of something." So on the 6th one,
She's like, "Oh, I've actually not had a child. This is actually just a big turd."
well, no,
That
so
is disgusting.
That is disgusting. On the 6th
Oh
one,
yeah, but eating your newborn child, that's
on the
that's
6th one. She
fine.
pretended
Yeah.
she gave birth, right? And then she wrapped this like rock in linen.
Like, here, have this.
And she's like, and then Kronos
Here,
was like,
honey,
"Okay, give me
dinner
that."
time.
And she just ate the rock, and then he walked
What
away.
a moron.
Wait, so he actually ate like a full-on rock. Did he eat it whole? Did he
Yeah,
like
he
chew
just
it?
yelped it.
Did not notice.
So he eats like full-on children. How could he? How does he have that kind of
Built different.
He's built
built?
different.
Okay.
He's also a god.
Yeah, he's a titan.
So you're saying to
Well,
me
he's a
he
titan.
That's close enough.
he ate an entire child in one bite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's,
And then-
he's a hungry boy.
So 5 times.
5 times, and then ate a rock.
Can I ask why he chose to have another child? If he just
Yeah, why
eat
would you
it?
just
Well, I
keep
think he
having
just
children?
liked the pleasure of
the sexy times
the sexy dad
with his sister?
with his sister 6 times.
So that's not.
Well, 6 successful times.
Yes. Well, no,
Wait,
they're
no, six.
very fertile. It's
Oh,
like every
okay.
time.
Oh,
But the rock. So he ate the rock and walked away. So Rhea was like, but she hadn't actually gave birth yet. So she, ran to Crete in like 1 step. She just stepped to Crete, and then gave birth to Zeus.
oh,
It's the 6th child. Yes, to Zeus, right? And then she left Zeus on
I
Crete.
recognise that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, everyone
Ooh.
knows Zeus. So he left Zeus on Crete to like.
Right, you pal, stay there. Your dad's a bit.
And I
mental.
can't. She was like, there was like nymphs and that looked after Zeus, and he was like, he was fed on like this ancient goat's milk that was really rare, and also like the manna from an ash tree.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know what manna means. I also don't know
Is
what an
that
ash
not
tree
just
is.
like kind of like magic?
Yeah, yeah. So when he got old enough, the Rhea took Zeus back over, and then Zeus basically did what Kronos did to his dad. Didn't cut off his bits though.
Just
Uh,
murdered him or something.
he fed him like a drink, and the drink was like a special drink, and it made him regurgitate everything that he hadn't like eaten. So yeah, so he.
Like his entire
well, no, I don't.
life?
I think it's ever, but the things that are still in him
Okay, right, yeah.
because they ate them whole. They didn't actually get
They
yum,
didn't
yum, yum.
digest them, obviously.
Yeah, so the rock came out, and then he started like throwing up all his kids.
Like, wow, what the?
He threw up all 5 of his kids.
Oh, please don't tell me they lived.
Yeah, they all lived.
Yeah.
That is. How can they? How
Because they're
long?
gods.
The gods.
George.
Yeah, but sure. Okay.
That
Is that
cannot
the-
be
is
the
that
bit
the-
you were
Yeah,
taking
is that the
issue
unbelievable
with.
bit of the story?
Yeah, but if you think about it, he's technically storing. Oh, okay. He's technically storing
5 kids and a rock.
5 kids
And a rock.
and a rock with a bit of linen around it
Yes.
inside his body for a certain amount of time, and then he
Yeah.
regurgitates
It's like
it.
16 years.
And then, sure, they must have gone a little bit. The babies.
Probably. Yeah. I don't know, but it's a myth.
So
isn't it?
what happened to Penis Man?
He passed out of exhaustion from throwing up all his kids.
Well, are you sure it just wasn't the shock of, oh,
Yeah, probably.
Jesus
and then,
Christ.
And then Zeus was like, "Can I kill him?" And he tried to pick up the scythe, but he wasn't allowed to pick up the scythe because it's some like Thor kind of magic. You know how Thor can? It's the only one that can pick up the.
It's like
Oh,
Thor.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's that kind of magic, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like, "No, you can't kill him." So then, like a war happened between Kronos and the Titans and Zeus and the gods. The gods are his
Ooh.
siblings, by the way, the 6.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Zeus recruited the help of the Cyclopses and the.
But I thought
What about the-
Kronos,
what about
like,
the Colony
liberated the Cyclopses.
No. Oh no, sorry, no. Yeah, Kronos liberated the Cyclopses by cutting his mum Gaia in the side, and then all the things came out the side, and then he just banished them though. He banished them away.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
Yeah, with his dad.
Oh.
So then Zeus was like, "Okay, if you come with me, I'll unbanish you." So he helped the Cyclopses, and there was 100 head people, and those things basically
They did not. Right, Kronos does not stand a chance.
Yeah, so Kronos and the
Game
Titans
over.
lost, and at the end of this kind of story, Zeus like punished them all, and Kronos, who's Saturn in Roman,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
Saturn,
I
right?
know.
He punished Kronos to walk around the world counting to infinity.
Oh,
That's quite difficult.
Yes, it's quite.
So does that mean he's just still kicking about? Just...
Yeah, he's still here,
Oh.
and that's why he's like between the underworld and the heavens and that. And
That's spicy.
up there.
yeah, up there, man. And and that's where the phrase "old father time" comes from,
So
Kronos, because he's just counting time forever. And he's,
is that the meaning?
So Saturn, and this is quite the kind of cool this is cool
Okay.
thingy. So Saturn, if you think about it, where's Saturn in the solar system?
Up.
What's it between though?
Oh.
It's between Jupiter and Uranus.
That's...
And Jupiter is like Zeus in Roman, and then Uranus is like Uranus, sorry, which was Cronus' dad.
That's
And
funny.
since like Jupiter is like the god, like Zeus on like high up, and then Uranus is like buried underground somewhere. He's like between them,
Oh,
constantly.
okay.
That's like the thing.
That's
I
spicy.
see. That's pretty cool.
What do you
Pretty
reckon
cool.
he's on?
I don't know what he's on. Probably
That must be
he's
a
been counting
big
since like this,
number.
basically the start of the cosmos, as they call it.
So like at least 3,000.
yeah, at least 3,000. But I don't see. I don't really. So the meaning behind this, right? Because I only read this last night, so I don't actually know. But I'm curious to what you think behind this whole story.
What do you mean? What do I think? It's mental.
Yeah, it's pretty mental.
You just told me that this guy's son chopped off his balls, threw it in the sea. And what
wait.
happened to the person in the sea?
Yeah. What about
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite? What's that about?
She's a god of beauty and stuff.
Oh, wait, I know a story
So-
about her. I
so
know a
there's,
story
like-
about her.
All of the siblings,
Yeah,
but then Aphrodite's like separate to that.
yeah.
Okay, right.
So she's just sort of kicking about.
They actually class Aphrodite. They don't actually know whether to call her a god or a titan, because gods are like Zeus's generation.
Well,
And their birth-
she
their
would
birth from-
be Zeus's generation.
Yeah, she
No,
would
because she's actually from Cronus' dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
So
So,
is she a
she must
Titan?
be a Titan.
Is she a titan or a god?
I would say Titan.
At least I would say titan. So.
Yeah.
But she's considered a god.
Yeah.
On like Olympia and stuff.
So, what's the difference between the Titans and the gods?
Titans is like the ancestors. Like they're the generation before the gods.
Okay.
Okay, but who's more like powerful?
I don't actually. I think the Titans are slightly more powerful.
Are
Aren't
they?
What than the Olympians?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the point. They are,
But
But
they
more
took the L
powerful,
because
but-
of the Cyclopses and,
And
the,
the
big boys.
big
Yeah.
headed men.
Okay, so we're trying to.
Out
I want to find the meaning
played.
behind this.
Yeah. So the meaning. So
What could be Sam?
What could be
Sam,
the
you've
meaning?
got
What
the
could
PhD in
possibly-
research.
In research,
right?
yes.
Clearly you've been researching this story over the past 5,000 years. We've been talking
at least
about
3,000. Yeah.
At least.
it. Have you picked up anything that could mean anything?
anything that I said is
Because
remotely
honestly,
interesting.
I am bamboozled right here.
How can that have any applicable
No, I
meaning?
think there is a meaning, but
Well,
I've got no.
What
idea.
is it?
Respect your kids.
Don't
Base.
don't inbreed. Don't cut off your dad's dick.
Well, that's still failed to this
Respect
day
your
in
kids.
Alabama.
Respect your kids. How about that?
I mean,
Respect
Yeah.
your children.
yeah.
Is that really the message that's
No.
taken away from that? No.
No.
I want to find the real message. This is what the podcast is made for.
I think it's a lot to do with the curse that Kronos had.
Thanks, Sam.
What do you mean? That was you.
The curse that Kronos received from
Can we
his
just
dad.
get a fact check so that was Sam?
But surely the curse didn't.
They're
well,
just
it can't-
patching it.
well,
Yeah.
The curse didn't happen.
Of course, it didn't happen.
Well then,
No, it did happen. Zeus
did
beat
happen.
him.
Yeah.
well no, because he said the curse was.
Well, no.
You said
it's that
No,
your
it's- he
kid
would
is
be
going to
taken
be a
down by
right
his
dick.
children.
Oh, I thought you said like it was going to be the exact same thing that
So
happened.
it's like I think it's like.
Wait, so what happened to Kronos' dad?
He's still alive under the ground somewhere.
He's just
digging.
Yeah.
lying
He is
somewhere.
full on digging.
Yeah, he's not in the underworld, but he's like a bit above it.
That's a bit
He's
cool.
For someone that important, you'd kind of think that maybe he'd go and
I
do
think they
something
go
else
to like
after that.
Be a
torturous.
Yeah, torturous. Yeah,
Because that's like. I don't actually.
he's like the
know.
god of the caves in that.
No, he's not a god. He's
Or whatever he is.
He's like one of the four first entities.
Or like like.
Right, well, let's. I want to find a meaning. I want
So
to
like,
find a meaning.
so I'd say
Honestly, I don't know. I
think-
think they were probably just.
I think they're
on
just high,
something.
mate.
Yeah.
But they had to make a creation story, and that's a pretty funky creation.
Yes,
story.
but
Yeah.
surely you can't make a story that elaborate and then go there.
And then just be like, yeah, facts, innit?
post that
It's just
on post
obviously-
that wherever on Twitter and see
the
what happens.
I think
Yeah,
it's like,
how are they saying they found this out?
Yeah, well, no, because it's a story.
Yeah, no,
They didn't
because
find it.
But then they
It's a
also like that was just kind of like state religion. They also had like philosophers. and
Because,
stuff
like,
who
with
were,
Christianity and
what?
stuff, you've got, like, Jesus.
yeah.
He's going to tell you what's
The
going
Jesus.
on. And with, like, other stuff, you got prophets.
Yeah.
How are they,
wait,
like...
there is a
So is
prophet.
everyone just like, oh, yeah, no, that's a well-known
No,
fact.
there'll be
but that's
like
just-
people. Well, not like people before Homer and stuff. Homer, Dante, and who's the other guy? Ovid. There was like the
And
three epic
Marge
writers.
and, like, Barnum.
I think Hugo was one.
Lisa. And they wrote many things. Like you know, have you heard of the Iliad and the Odyssey?
I've
yes,
heard
I've
of
heard
it.
the-
Have you seen the film Troy
No.
with Brad Pitt?
Apparently that's, like, really unrealistic.
Yeah.
Wait,
well,
it's
Fight.
set with gods. There's gods in
Well,
it.
no, but, like, the fighty bit, apparently, like, he just, like, ran away.
Oh, what do you mean? What in the myth?
Yeah.
The Trojan myth?
Yeah.
What, who do you mean ran away? What do you mean?
I don't know, apparently one of them just, like, started running away instead of actually fighting.
Oh, probably. I don't know.
And,
That's-
like,
Achilles is very cool character. I don't know if you read about Achilles.
I watched
yeah, I
film.
think it might have been Achilles that was...
He didn't. I don't think he ran away. He was.
Total
He was.
pussy.
No, he's the opposite. He's like the.
He's a strong
hero.
boy, isn't he? Strong
Oh,
boy.
He's
well, then it's the
invincible.
other one.
Well, he was invincible
Apart from
his
Achilles, yeah.
Achilles.
Anyway,
That's a fat L.
but yeah. So I don't think the creation
See,
story
even
is.
if you were shot in the Achilles, it wouldn't kill you.
You just go
So
hopping
like,
about.
yeah.
Right,
so
come on,
like, I don't understand how he died, cause unless it was.
Was it
Like,
because he was held by the Achilles as he was
yeah,
dipped in the
yeah,
river?
but like even if that part was mortal,
Yeah.
it like it's still
Yeah, you
go
could
an
do
arrow
like you
and-
could do like ab crunches and get out of the
Yeah.
water.
But ab crunches.
See, what I don't understand when he was dipped, why didn't they just like?
Yeah,
Put the-
well, it's
the fingers in or
obviously they
something.
have to be like.
Yep.
There has to be like a reason
Yeah,
for
but,
the.
you
You
know-
can't be invincible, like the gods. He's a human. That's
Could you not have just like done tongs or something?
mate. Obviously,
him
obviously,
properly.
there's things they could have done that would have made him not.
Yeah, but if you're trying to make like
Did they not do a titration reaction?
But,
Did they
anyway,
not do a
I
control?
So,
think
I don't-
PhD's not working, mate. I'm sorry.
so the meaning behind.
At the College of Institute of Research, and
Where's this located?
Your mum's house.
Uganda.
Saturn. I learned from
Oh,
Kronos
Bungo.
himself.
Oh,
That's
see,
my
God.
choosing.
Well, see,
That's why it's so
I kind of
unrealistic.
see. I don't know. The kind of gist I get from the story is that, and I think the reason why the writers of this were like they started to expand it with the god and stuff is like they oversimplified the beginning. Like they had 4 entities and then like 12 titans that represented every single part of Earth. And as they like wanted to tell more stories, they wanted to expand like the outlet, like the available like outlets they could use for it. So I think like I don't think there's like much of an underlying moral like part to the story.
So
apart from,
essentially,
like,
it was a reboot.
not a reboot. But I think the writers realized that
They backed
For-
themselves into a corner.
no, but for them to I think for them to explore like the human nature and for them to explore like the faults and the virtues of humans,
They
had
needed
to-
something a bit more relatable than 4
well,
omnipotent
relatable,
entities.
but also like more like represented more like parts of the world and humanity, and I think that's why they went from 12 and 16 to 12, and then to like 4 to 12, and then like a vast array of things.
So
So I think they just they used that story to give them more outlets for telling more stories. I think. I don't think there was much underlying like moral significance to that, and that's probably why you don't really hear about that part of the story that much, do you? Compared to the other myths.
What part? I was
Well, just like the whole thing we just discussed about Kronos and his kids and stuff, you don't really hear that much, like compared to like some of the other myths about
I
like
guess
the
so.
Minotaur and stuff like that.
Because there's
Yeah.
nothing relatable about
You,
that, is there?
yeah, you hear more
No.
about the Olympians than the Titans and stuff.
Yeah.
No
So-
one's being taught anything by that.
Well, how about we go to a more like relatable one then? A more relatable story. Something about the Olympian and stuff like that.
Right, I did have a good one, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, that's not relatable though. So, I don't know actually.
Just tell us that one then.
Well, I don't remember what it was.
what about Eros and Psyche? Do you hear about that?
Let me get my research book that I made.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
So Apollo
good
and Marsyas. So basically, Athena tried playing the flute, but she didn't like it because
So
it made
Athena
her-
was one of the Olympians.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, what was she of? Athena.
Was she was the daughter of Zeus, wasn't she?
Oh wait, was Athena one?
I think Athena's the daughter of
I
Zeus.
just- Yeah, no, goddess of wisdom and craft. Sorry, yeah. So she played the flute, but then she didn't like it because it made her cheeks bulge out. So when she discarded it, it was found by a satyr. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like half human, half goat. Where it's just like where
We'd
you
like
get...
to make a disclaimer.
Oh yeah, so you know, like you get like centaurs and minotaurs and stuff,
Yeah,
and like the minotaur was left in like a labyrinth for whatever reason. I can't remember. why.
We'd like to make a
recall
disclaimer
such
that
things.
none of us can actually pronounce these Greek names; they're too difficult.
True.
Am I too stupid?
So yeah, Marsyas, who was the satyr, I don't even know, became proficient with it, and then he challenged Apollo, who was the god of music, to a contest, and the judges chose Apollo, but they were kind of biased, because what was it? I don't really know. They just kind of were.
Well,
And
the
then
gods,
one of
they
the
just support the
judges
gods.
actually went for Marsyas, but when he did, Apollo punished him by giving him a pair of donkey ears transplanted in his in his
Oh,
skull.
that's cute.
Isn't that kind of where like?
But then
yeah.
Marsyas was skinned alive, so
Oh,
a bit worse.
That's less cute.
Yeah, and
that's meant. Like, come on.
the flayed skin was still to be seen in his day near the river Cataractus in Phrygia, where the contest was allegedly to have taken place.
Damn.
Damn.
So yeah, basically don't prove that you're good at the flute because it's just not a good idea.
Basically, the flute's the bad instrument. Don't
Yeah.
learn it because it's pointless.
Okay, so that's like.
Well, that's kind of
Does that have to do with the
that's
sins?
pride,
Yeah, pride again. Yeah.
as opposed to like Athena and Arachne, which was more kind of envy or jealousy.
But it's that kind of jealousy as well, because and envy, because
Well, he wasn't really jealous of him. I think he did genuinely think he was better, but he just didn't like the idea that someone else. No, it was kind of
challenging.
ruining his pride. That's one of the judges.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, that's interesting. See, and there's lots of places you can go with Greek mythology. I think that's why they're like
It's a massive like loads in it.
yeah,
I mean,
which is kind of different from I don't know.
go on, yeah, go
I
on.
think it's like Greek mythology is a bit, because like it's a bit outrageous in the content and like the gods and stuff. They can go to
Quite extreme
more
lengths.
extreme lengths, more interesting places than maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like they do go to quite far lengths, not to
Yeah.
kind of express many certain values. I mean, from the
I
stories.
think the
of what-
values thing is a bit weird with this because it's just a bit mental.
It is.
You have to try pretty hard to fit a value into those.
Yeah, but I think
It's not
from
plain
the
and simple.
extremes they went to, they did. Excuse me. They did pretty well in trying to express those. I think. I mean, I don't know anything about.
I mean, it's
Greek
pretty cool
mythology.
because it's not like they worship them, but they didn't like think them hugely. They didn't make a huge deal out of them.
Yeah, they
Sometimes
didn't-
they were
yeah.
just kind of like domestic religion was like they'd have like a hearth, which is kind of like a fireplace, which they'd like have the paterfamilias and the genus in, which were like spirits that kind of protected you.
Yeah.
And Janus, which is where we get the month January from, like
Really, I never.
the
knew that.
two-faced god that looks back at the past and forward into the future, which is kind of like how New Year's.
That's
thing.
true. Actually, yeah,
Um,
that's quite interesting.
And but he also is like on like your door and he sees you going out and coming in of your house.
Isn't Autumn named after something?
Augustus.
Yeah, and what's he got to? What's his jam?
He's an emperor.
Yeah.
Did
He
he?
don't know
he
anything
made
about
himself a deity, but he didn't really want to be a deity. But he just did because everyone else wanted him to be one.
Well, yeah,
That's
he was Roman.
God, will you guys stop wanting to be a deity?
It's pretty cool because
ugh.
up to August, it's all named after gods, I think, and then after that is September, like 7, October,
Oh,
8.
right.
November 9, December 10.
Which is really confusing.
Yeah, because it's 12 months.
December.
Yeah,
12.
so it's like
But no, it's 10.
it's actually
Yeah, that's
10.
why it's confusing, George.
That's what I was
Shut up,
making your
George.
point.
Yeah, she's.
I'm the moderator. You can stop talking.
Are you pulling the moderator card? How dare you?
Right, it's a golden card. It's like a golden Charizard.
I think we should
Is it
come.
like one of those funky credit cards where you bring it out and then like the cashier will go,
I've never had that experience.
well, I've
What?
never had that because I've got like an
I've got an
RBS
RBS card.
Yeah.
They're
we
rubbish.
scratched the surface today of like some of the.
Yeah,
have
there's like a lot
barely
more
even
that you can
scratched the
talk
surface.
about.
I think we just kind of.
Should we call this
think-
like part 1 or
I
something?
think we're a
and then
bit
make
too
part 2
stupid
like
to
months later?
cover some.
Yeah, the other thing I think the viewers might be a bit confused about is
We have been eating.
Everything.
over
we've
the
got we
past,
just
like,
don't
5
really know what the meaning of them is. They're just
Yeah.
kind of we just kind of talked about.
Are we not
stories.
acknowledging the fact we've just been eating for like
Yeah, it's come off an ASMR, hasn't it?
what is it? What are the ones where someone just eats like a load of
Mukbang.
mukbang? Yeah.
They are weird. I don't really get the idea of watching people eat food and that entertain you.
I know, like if you could join in, that's
If they
fine.
were like talking about something,
No.
that
A mukbang,
They
but you
just
order
eat.
like a food box to be delivered,
That makes it.
and then you watch
That
the
sounds
video.
a bit lonely. If
You
you're
watch the
eating,
video while eating the same food as them.
if you're eating by yourself and you're just got another video of other people eating,
That sounds great.
it just sounds a bit. Well, I don't really know what the point is.
Wait, isn't that like a goggle box kind of thing?
No,
Wait, what? I thought you were talking about like you're recording yourself.
No,
Eating
no,
while
they are.
watching people
They're
eat.
eating their food.
someone
whilst
does a
watching
mukbang video, but you order a box of food.
Jack farted, by the way. Don't know if the
Did
listeners
he?
can
I
smell
didn't
that.
actually. I just opened some ginger beer, but there you go.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. I think, okay, so I think, I don't know if you know this, the viewers, but we're trying to do the structure where, like, listeners, sorry, I keep doing viewers.
Yeah.
We're going to do, like, a more chilled, less, like, structured episode one week, and then a more, like, you know,
It's not too heavy every time.
detailed. And this time,
And then one where we're a bit afraid that we might get cancelled.
yeah, exactly. That kind of deal.
Yeah, why am I the moderator if I'm probably the most controversial?
You were more controversial last week, but,
Yeah.
Racist.
I'm not a
with, like,
racist.
So I think
Yes.
the myths we went over some big ones, famous ones, and we didn't really. I think this is quite fun to like explore them and get your
I
reactions.
think the problem is the big ones are kind of like huge stories.
Yeah.
They were
Hard to cover them.
definitely something's happening.
Maybe
that
that's
shocked
what we
me.
could do. We could just pick like one story.
We could do an audiobook on like the Odyssey.
Yeah, so I think we should do this again one time, but we should be a bit more like we should choose one beforehand and we should just run with it.
Yeah,
But I
Rather than
liked
trying to
it.
encompass
it
the
was a
whole
little
Greek
introduction. I
mythology.
think we should just call this like just part one.
Yeah,
Just-
part
just
one.
'cause-
Until
What the one?
A little introduction.
know.
Like you're kind of introducing me and Harry into mythology.
yeah,
Because
We're
and
a
me.
bit stupid.
And me.
Yeah, but
I
you've
know-
like done research.
yeah.
We're just sort of sitting
I've done a
here.
smidge, like a smidge, a little nugget of knowledge.
I was told not to.
Nugget
so I
knowledge.
we said
That's
no. I
'cause
said
if
you
you
should
try
look.
to tell the story.
I said you should maybe look at least some of the names of the bloody things.
Oh.
Whoa!
I didn't do that.
Whoa, Jack,
I
calm
didn't
down.
do that.
Yeah, I noticed.
Jeez, got some
Whoa.
podcast
Right,
beef.
some
Okay.
hostility
Podcast
here.
beat. Yeah, we're gonna fight after this.
One of them might not return because
I
they
am-
might be bleeding.
Yeah. Leading and then one more thing. I think we should add to the.
Okay.
I think we should add to this to that story I said before we finish.
What story?
What story?
The Kronos one.
Go on then.
Oh,
So
okay.
as he cut
Add
his
to
dad's bits off,
Yeah.
he started like bleeding from his groin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the blood soaked into the ground,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
then
we'd do that. Yeah.
life came out. Like
Oh,
plants
actually.
and like things and creatures started to come out.
This man.
There's
balls
there's
built
like
different.
another one where I can't remember the god like basically ejaculated onto Athena's thigh, and Athena was like, "What the hell?" and like swiped it off. That's actually like a story, and that when the semen reached like the ground, that was like the foundation of Athens.
Did
And
she
that's how
not
the
notice?
people of
Was
Athens
she
is
just like
around.
sitting there?
outrageous. That
And
is
this like
outrageous.
dude's just beating his meat,
Yeah,
and she only noticed when
and it's like what?
he. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
on
That's
her thigh.
outrageous.
The Greeks really know how to.
They
Make
were
it
some
weird.
strange people.
They're pretty cool.
Like I thought Harry's Tiger Bear story was something else, but
Yeah,
that was special. That was
That
is.
is a bit weird. That makes me a bit uncomfortable.
It really does. Imagine your entire society built on that.
Or just some god's like semen. Yeah.
I'd rather not think about God semen, if that's alright.
Is it quite funny? Because
What do you think it would be like?
Athens
What do you mean,
is
what do
No.
you think it would
Do you think
be?
it would be a rainbow?
No.
Sam.
That's at the end of the rainbow.
The pot of gold.
No!
Boys, how has this happened?
It's because I'm here.
No, but Athens is like the
The
foundation of like our society there as well.
That is.
art.
No, let's just stop. Anyway.
It comes from.
It
Comes
goes
from.
wrong.
Ah,
I didn't say
nice.
anything wrong there. I said nothing
Write
wrong.
it down.
Do not write that down.
That
Oh
was.
my god, that's
epic.
a
Okay, I think we should close it off.
Yeah, okay.
This is going downhill
Thank
pretty
you for
quickly.
listening. This is a very quite scuffed episode.
This was a weird
We had-
one.
Weird episode. It wasn't really structured. If you don't like it,
No.
let us know because we'll
This
not do
was-
it again.
It was basically like me and Jack telling stories and George and Harry going, what?
What?
Why?
That's pretty strange.
Well, thank you, Sam, for coming on.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
gave us a little, some
Yes,
interesting
well,
stories.
Just another day in the
Please
life of a
don't
researcher.
come. Don't come back. I don't want to know
Nah.
more about these people.
I actually don't know.
I don't want to know
I've
about the
taken
Greeks.
away
I've had
literally
enough of
nothing
them.
from this.
Well,
I've got no idea what you
Just-
guys
and-
talked about.
That's what the listeners were like. So thanks very much for coming.
Yes.
But to be fair, that's the same every week.
That's
But,
true. Yeah.
Thank you. See you
This
later.
was a scuffle.
We're going to do something a bit more like research next week
This
and a
was
bit more structured because
like what?
I don't know about you, but I prefer those.
This was a shambles.
You're a shambles. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.